Welcome to this explainer. Okay, we are jumping right into a high-stakes, real-life thriller today. It all centers around one single, heart-stopping decision. It's a choice that literally saved humanity as we know it, and yet, for a really long time, basically, nobody even knew it happened. We're going to unpack the incredible true story of Stanislav Petrov, the man who silenced the sirens. Let's get into it.
Section 1. The Cold War Peak. Okay, let's dive into this setting, because to understand the sheer pressure of this moment, you have to put yourself in the year 1983. This wasn't just any regular year during the Cold War. This was the absolute most dangerous peak of the entire conflict. Tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were practically at a boiling point. The entire globe was just holding its breath, operating under this constant, incredibly heavy shadow of mutually assured destruction. So, tracking how we get there. You've got decades of the general Cold War years, right? Just extremely high global paranoia across the board. Then that culminates in this highly dangerous peak of 1983, which was just packed with hostile political rhetoric. And that funnels us directly down to our exact focal point, the night of September 26th. Sitting at a desk on night duty in a top-secret Soviet nuclear early warning center near Moscow is an officer named Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov.
Section 2. The Scream of the Sirens.
The shift at the underground bunker was totally quiet and routine, right up until the exact moment it wasn't. Suddenly, the silence just shatters. The bunker's brand new satellite warning system starts screaming a terrifying alert: missile launch. Red lights are flashing everywhere, the sirens are absolutely blaring, total, sudden panic. Just imagine being in that sterile, heavily guarded room, genuinely believing you are watching the literal end of the world unfold right there on your computer monitor.
And what exactly was this system reporting? Well, the computer specifically detected 5 intercontinental ballistic missiles. 5 of them, supposedly launched by the United States, aimed straight at the Soviet Union and tearing through the atmosphere at unimaginable speeds.
Now, Petrov was bound by this incredibly rigid, by-the-book military protocol. Step 1, immediately report the attack to his superiors. Step 2, that report automatically triggers a full-scale Soviet nuclear counterattack. Step 3, World War III. That was literally his only job in that terrifying moment. He wasn't placed there to overthink or analyze. He was there to pass the warning straight up the chain of command, which would absolutely ignite a catastrophic chain reaction and end civilization as we know it.
Section 3. The Decision to Wait.
But he didn't pick up the phone. Let's just take a breath here and look at what is arguably the most important split-second decision in history. So the crucial point is, why did he wait? Well, he ran through a brilliant, rational checklist amidst all that chaos. First off, he knew this satellite system was brand new and pretty much untested in the real world. Second, it only detected 5 missiles. He reasoned logically that if America was actually launching a surprise first strike, they'd launch hundreds of missiles to completely cripple the Soviet Union, right? Not just 5. Third, zero ground radar had actually confirmed the launches. And finally, he just trusted his gut feeling. Against all those flashing red lights, something deep down just didn't feel right.
You can really feel the immense friction in that moment. On one hand, you have the cold, sterile nature of automated military protocol. It demands an immediate report, just blind obedience. But on the other hand, you have the messy, courageous reality of human intuition. Petrov decided not to report the alarm. He actively chose human judgment over machine automation, risking treason just to buy the world a few more precious minutes. To really ground these massive geopolitical stakes in deep personal humanity, listen to how Petrov himself remembered that night. He said, "I had a feeling that something was wrong. I didn't want to be the one responsible for starting World War III." I mean, wow, think about the intense psychological pressure there. He held the weight of the entire world on his shoulders, sitting totally alone with his thoughts in that bunker, while the alarms just wailed around him.
Section 4. A Savior's Quiet Legacy.
As those agonizing minutes ticked by, no missiles fell from the sky. The terrifying anticipation gave way to massive relief. He was right! And this brilliantly illustrates the darkly ironic twist to this whole event. What the computer saw was 5 nuclear missiles. But what actually happened in reality, it was sunlight. Literally just sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds. It was a complete false alarm. The natural world accidentally mimicked the end of the world, entirely tricking this highly sensitive, brand-new satellite system.
Because of his incredibly calm judgment, global nuclear war was completely avoided. But you want to know his immediate reward for saving civilization? He was reprimanded by his superiors. Yeah, the military apparatus just couldn't reward someone for ignoring strict protocol, even if breaking the rules saved the world. So his actions were kept a strict classified secret for years before the declassified truth finally allowed the public to learn what he'd actually done. Stanislav Petrov passed away in 2017, but today he is rightfully remembered by historians as the man who saved the world.
Which brings us to a deeply provocative question for you to take away from this explainer today. If our automated systems scream for destruction today, whether we're talking about military defense, artificial intelligence, or just complex automated algorithms, who will be our Stanislav Petrov? As we rely more and more heavily on machines to make massive, world-altering decisions for us, this story stands as a vital reminder of the absolute life-saving importance of human intuition. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible true story, and remember to always look a little deeper past the surface of the systems around you. Catch you next time.